What's going on, everybody? It's Gribbers here. Today we're going to go ahead and look at the third chaos theory currently that I've completed here. It's going to be their Jurassic Park San Diego chaos theory. We did already get 100% here, so we're going to go ahead and give a sneak peek on what my map looked at here at the end, and then we'll go ahead and do the gameplay from start to finish. We're going to go ahead and break it off into two videos here. It only took me about 2.5 hours of actual gameplay, so we'll probably try to do like an hour or so for each video here. But here is the finished product. You kind of start with the amphitheater here. You'll see in a second. There's like 4 quadrants here in the beginning. I put a couple of enclosures around the outside here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 other ones around the outside. So 10 in total. You only need a 4-star of the park here, so it's not too bad. The original one, Jurassic Park, was a 5-star park. This one's only a 4, so it's really not that bad. There's plenty of space here on the outside, which I didn't even utilize here, and tons of room on the far right, which we didn't even need by any capacity. So we're going to go ahead and exit out of here, and we'll start it off from the beginning, and we'll get this gameplay in. So make sure to go ahead and check out those other videos there we did with the original Jurassic Park Chaos Theory as well as Site B. Site B was a big letdown, but that's okay. We still got it done. Jurassic Park was a pretty good challenge there. I don't really agree with the stars here. Jurassic Park San Diego is about a 4-star apparently, but it's really not that bad. Jurassic Park was a 2 allegedly, but I thought it was a little bit harder than that. And Site B is a 3, and it's definitely a 1, but it is what it is, so let's go ahead and jump into San Diego.
Everyone was so caught up in
We're going to go ahead and skip the cinematic here, just for all intents and purposes to get to the gameplay.
That is quite...
Again, we're going to skip the cinematic here. So we saw the finished product here at the beginning, and here is the beginning of the map. You have the amphitheater here. You have a couple of enclosures. There's no fencing here, no fencing here. A little bit in the side. Looks like we have a science center. A couple of buildings all damaged. You can see the smoke coming out of them, so they're going to need repair.
As you will, Lily. It comes with the territory, I suppose.
Money should not be an issue on this chaos theory. You start with 10 million here. I never really ran under 4 million, so really wasn't too bad. Didn't really have to worry about that.
Even worse,
which is certainly a positive here for this one. So just go ahead and listen to the mission briefing. Construct a response facility here. It's going to be under operations.
So why don't we begin with the construction of a response facility and take it from there?
There we go. We're still going to need a power source here, so you can put it kind of wherever you want, but you can put it here, kind of in the back. I'm just going to throw it right about here. Good to go there. Now that we have a response facility, we can go ahead and take care and repair all these buildings. We do have 2 ranger teams, so I'm going to have the one ranger team take care of these 2 here, and the other one, we'll send them that direction.
I once heard someone say that determination is power, and I like that.
So we do need some power here, so I'm going to go ahead and put in some generators.
Together, we are determined to power everything, with actual power. How does that sound?
Takes care of those 2.
exciting day. The first dinosaurs are arriving from what remains of our operation on Isla Sorna.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't most of the original site destroyed?
Destroyed, but not abandoned. The assets still belong to InGen, and we're gonna leverage them here in our new park.
We're starting with a herbivore.
So you only
Want to
get
make
one
sure it's well
dinosaur
cared
here to
for,
start.
obviously, so we'll
It is a
be monitoring
herbivore,
its
so it's
welfare.
not too bad at the beginning here.
Hope for the best.
A couple of the fences
Plan
are
for the
already
worst.
built,
And
so
make sure
go ahead
you
and
can
repair
find the
those real
nearest
quick,
exit.
send your ranger teams out there, and in the meantime, go ahead and finish up the fence. Try to keep it as close to the path as you can, just to maximize your space here. Alternatively, if you don't really feel like waiting for the ranger team to take care of their repairs, you can actually just demolish them here, and problem solved. So that is an option as well. We're eventually going to fill in all of these enclosures here, so I'm just going to go ahead and round these out while we do have some downtime. And it looks like we did trap the ranger team here in the enclosure, but we're going to need a gate eventually, so now they can find their way out. And we are ready for a dinosaur here, so we'll go ahead and throw it in this enclosure. I'm going to recommend this one because it already has a viewing gallery set up. It's just the easiest one to kind of start out with.
Asset delivered. Delivery has been completed. Asset transported. Asset has been delivered.
And the next step is just go ahead and make sure that they are at 80% comfort here. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a ranger post in real quick. And we'll assign a team to that. Ranger posts are very useful because they'll go ahead and just check on the dinosaurs in the background here. You don't have to assign them and have them go look at each one of them. They'll actually do it automatically. So I highly recommend using the ranger posts here, not just in this mission or level, but in all of them. They're just very useful. Just take a look at them real quick. Now that the ranger team is here, he's going to go ahead and take care of the post and monitor these guys just to make sure they're doing okay. Every dinosaur is going to need water, so don't even have to look at that one. They're just going to need it, so I'm going to go ahead and place it down here. And all they need is some ground leaf. Some ground leaf and some water, and you're good to go. And as soon as they hit that 80%, that countdown's going to start there on the right-hand side. It's only 15 seconds, but once you do take care of the environment, they're going to be at 100% here. Good to go there.
It's really starting to feel like the park is coming
So we do
together.
have two more dinosaurs coming in here. Both of them are carnivores.
All of our safety
We, of course,
precautions
have
are
the
in place,
T-Rex.
Dr. Malcolm.
And we have a very
They
small
have to be with
carnivore
the latest
here,
deliveries. We have
as
a
well
small
with the T-Rex.
carnivore arriving.
And larger carnivores, too, which are not any kind of cute, if you ask me.
Well, knowing your history.
So you do
with
have
a
to go ahead and
particular
build these fences
species,
here.
Mr. Thompson thought it best not to trouble you with the details.
Oh, yeah, no, I've seen what a T-Rex can do. My therapist and I talk about it all the time. It's an alpha predator.
So the arrival of the map is right here in the middle. So we have two spots to put the T-Rex in, actually three. This one, and the one on the side here. The T-Rex is going to be the main attraction, kind of the focal point of the park, so we're going to go ahead and throw him down here in the beginning, rather than on one of the sides. So this enclosure is all good to go. We do need a gate. And while we have some time here, might as well go ahead and finish up this last enclosure. We're going to need it later anyways, so we're just kind of getting ahead of here. The corners are a little bit tricky there with the path, but I kind of like the path there. I'm not going to change it. It gives people easy access to go ahead and walk around through the map. So we're going to put the small carnivore over there on the side. And this enclosure is now finished here. Gonna need a gate, of course. And we do have two ranger teams here. So I'm going to assign this one ranger team to both of the outside two ranger posts. We're going to go ahead and give him this one. And we'll give the other ranger team the other two here on this side.
Transit has commenced.
And we are ready for the T-Rex, so we'll bring him in. So he's going to go and check out these guys over here. They are very small carnivores. There's a couple in the ground already, but they're so small you have to zoom in really, really far to see them. You should remember them from the movie.
Asset transportation underway.
They were showcased twice early at the beginning there, when they did attack that girl. At least it made it seem like they did. And then later, whenever they took down that one guy, whenever they were in the forest.
So now that they're here, let's ensure they're comfortable.
Asset delivery confirmed. Transportation complete.
We're actually going to take control of this guy here real quick, just to kind of move him along. He was checking on these other guys, which we know are already okay. So we're going to go ahead and move him this way. And we did almost flip over, somehow. A little bit weird there. There we go. So the T-Rexes need water, sand, and prey. They do need two prey feeders, since there are two of them here. You do need to research that. So we'll take care of that real quick. In the meantime, though, we could definitely put in the water and the sand. There's the water. That'll take care of the sand, so we'll fix them in just a second here. This guy's having a little bit of a hard time. Alright, the prey is done, so we'll at least take care of the T-Rexes here. So all the T-Rexes need is some water, 2 prey, and a little bit of sand, and they're good to go. Now they're fully comfortable, they're good. All these guys need is some meat, sand, and water. They don't need live prey. They just need the carnivore feeder here. I'm actually going to remove that water there. I'm going to put it towards the center. And they just need sand. And they are good to go now. Next step is to go ahead and open up the park here officially.
Without you, Dr. Malcolm.
So now we officially are open.
I'm not in
Guests
favor
are
of this
able to
park's
come in.
existence.
There's our first guest right
This
there.
was John Hammond's dream.
And the helicopter finally did leave here to go pick up some more people. So the park is open. We're good for business here.
Dr. Malcolm, this facility brings needed stability to InGen's operations. That's a win for us both.
So it would appear.
And the park is a unique opportunity for our guests.
Or, for the hungry dinosaurs.
Jurassic Park, San Diego. Isn't it something?
Oh, it's something, all right. A living illusion.
So I like that this specific cinematic actually shows you what your specific park looks like. This is the one that I just built. So that's pretty cool there. It kind of shows you it at a distance, at a glance.
As impressive as the park is, it can always be improved, specifically in the area of guest comfort. We need to get the numbers up. Who doesn't love a cold drink? And it's a good way to keep up our profits. Keep an eye on the drinks amenity, and the money should flow. Ultimately, everyone is at the park for one reason: to see dinosaurs. This is the only place in the world they can, and they want to. That's why you need to increase our dinosaur visibility. Give our guests a view their eyes won't believe.
So we are going to need some viewing galleries here in just a second, but our next kind of steps are to increase guest comfort, dinosaur visibility, and make some profit. So we do have amenities open now. There are 3 different ones here. We have food, drink, and shopping. That's going to take care of the dinosaur visibility there. We're going to go ahead and mess with our amenities here just a little bit to make them more profitable. There we go. A little bit more profit there. Dinosaur visibility is good. So we're going to need some guest comfort here. And what they mean is they're going to need some restrooms. They're going to need some hotels. A couple of things like that. So our park rating is up to almost a 1-star here. We're still at about $8 million, so not too bad here. The emergency bunker is one of the only buildings, actually I think it's the only building in the game, that doesn't need a power source here since it's just an emergency bunker. So go ahead and place one here at the beginning of the map, just kind of out of the way. We're going to put a hotel over here by the T-Rex, because when you actually build a hotel, they can actually see the dinosaurs from the hotel. So you kind of do want to put them by some of your big-ticket dinosaurs here. Specifically, in this one's going to be the T-Rex. So we're going to throw him over there. You can also hit square here, go to park rating, and check on your appeal. So we don't have any accommodation, but that's currently building here. We don't have enough shelter coverage, so while the hotel is finishing up here, we'll build one more shelter. Looks like there's no coverage on kind of this side of the map here, so we'll throw one over here for the time being. We can always move it later if need be. We do have access to some more buildings here in the research center, so you could kind of research those in the background if you're looking for it. We do need to build a staff center here to get some more scientists on the crew, so I'm going to take care of that here first. Then we can hire some more scientists to go ahead and take care of some more research here, excavations, a couple things like that, all at once. So the staff center is done. We're going to go ahead and build that real quick. And once you actually build those couple buildings there at the beginning, you don't have to touch them anymore. They're going to auto-complete itself. So your profit per minute is just going to keep climbing and climbing and climbing as soon as more people come into the park here. So we're almost at 50,000. All we have to do is just place them down real quick, and they're just going to auto-complete themselves here. They are full completely, 200 out of 200. So you could build some bigger amenities here. So we're going to take care of that in just a second. We're going to recruit some more scientists here, just to kind of help us along. Money is not an issue. That should be good for right now. We do have one more spot, if need be. We can do some efficiency upgrades here in the background, so always try to keep your scientists busy. Keep improving your park here as much as you can. You could put in one more amenity if you need to. As you can see, the beginning of the park here is obviously taken care of, but the outside and kind of in the middle here is not. So I'm going to place a couple of small amenities here on the inside ring. So there's some food. One for the drink. And shopping. And if you haven't completed the objective yet, much like me, once you build these 3 here on the inside, it will definitely complete itself. We do have some more options here available now that we did a couple of upgrades.
Two more dinosaurs are inbound, and I need the park ready for their delivery. They'll also require suitable enclosures and support.
So what's the latest addition to the menu? Besides us?
All right, so we have 2 more dinosaurs coming in here.
Simple to manage.
There's nothing simple.
We only have 1 open
about
spot currently, so you do need to
dinosaurs.
construct another one here. On my original playthrough, I did place them over here, so I'm going to do that again. It just worked out the first time, so might as well do it again. They're both herbivores here, so they're pretty easy to deal with. Once we build this enclosure here, we're going to try to go ahead and see what we can do for some more upgrades here with our research center. Just trying to basically line this up here. Close enough there, no big deal. We are going to need a viewing gallery, of course. So we're going to put it right about here, should be good. Connect the path there, you're good to go. And this enclosure is already built. I'm going to go ahead and put another ranger post in here. So we're looking good here. So we do have this enclosure here. It's all done. And this one's done as well. So all we have to do is kind of sit tight here. I'm going to put these guys over here on this side of the park.
Asset has been collected.
And we'll put the other ones in that far enclosure there over on the side. The reason we do this is that the second group of dinosaurs, they're going to be delivered here in just a second. They are very large. They're tall. They do need a lot of area. As you can see here in the picture, they do need a lot of area.
Asset in transit.
So we're going to put them here in the back.
Things are going as planned.
Or so it appears.
But InGen needs more samples, so we're returning to traditional paleontology.
A simpler time, when the science was digging bones out of the ground instead of bringing them to life.
I've given Ms. Halford the requirements.
We've got to increase guest count.
Of course. Oh, of course.
And then build an expedition center so we can send out teams to get new genome samples, which will give us more species diversity.
That's sensible, I guess.
This should help our park rating, which we want to increase.
Well,
We know that we're going to need
that's,
some water here for both of these enclosures, so
ambitious.
we'll take care of that
And
here
that
first.
should lead to greater profits.
So predictable. See, you know, there's some patterns in the universe that defy the laws of chaos by being so obvious. And the so-called bottom line is one of the shining stars. That's
So all
what
these guys
caused the
need are
original
some
Park
ground nut here, so we're going to go ahead and
collapse.
add that in real
And
quick.
greed.
They'll take care of them.
Concern is noted, Dr. Malcolm, but InGen needs to recover its losses, and this park is helping that cause. We've learned from our mistakes.
I fear that what you've learned is that, like a phoenix, InGen has risen from the ashes of disaster, which means you think.
And
you
these
can
guys
do
are
so
good to go at
again.
100% there. Take care of these guys in the back. So they need some tall leaf. They do need a little bit more open space, apparently. So we could edit that real quick. So we're just going to go ahead and extend this just a little bit here to give them some more room. So we do need an expedition center to go ahead and get one more dinosaur species here. Someone's going to keep it close to these core buildings here. We're almost at the profit per minute already, so that's good. And these other two are really easy. These guys do need a little bit more open space, so we're just going to expand it just a tad more. This is exactly why I put them near the back of the park here, or at least the side, might I say. And we did fix that up a little bit, so we do need to put another gate down here. We're going to put it over here at least. Alright, they are good to go now. Now they're at 98% comfort. They're still kind of roaming their territory, so they're going to be good here in just a second. So we're not going to worry about them anymore. They are satisfied. So we can go ahead and move on here. And we do need to explore the map a little bit to get another species here. I'm going to go ahead and pick a carnivore. I'm going to pick this Troodon here. Troodon, it looks like. Carnivores always make you more money than herbivores do. At least usually, typically. So I'm going to go ahead and select them. And the T-Rexes are relentless here. They did take care of that Ranger team, so we're going to go ahead and make another one here. And they are now fixed. So it looks like one of the T-Rexes are sick, or they do have an unidentified ailment here, so let's go ahead and fix them up. I'm still going to keep it here with these core set of buildings, just kind of on the side. And it was a little bit too far away from the backup generator, so we'll put another one in here. We're going to go ahead and send our MVU to go ahead and take care of this T-Rex here. Kind of see what's going on. And they do have a damaged tooth. So some of the injuries can actually be treated immediately, such as a damaged tooth here. So as soon as they figure out what's wrong with them, if you just select it again, if it's a simple one, they can fix them on the spot. You don't even have to transfer them over here to the MVU to be treated. So that was the easiest one possible there. We'll take that. So now that we're kind of rolling here, I'm going to go ahead and replace some of these buildings. So we're going to make them bigger. So this first one was food. So we're going to go and make a larger amenity here. We do have access to a medium at this point. And there isn't quite enough room there, but that's okay. We can always edit the path or kind of move this restroom here. So I'm going to go ahead and move the restroom. And our park rating's up to about a 2.3 stars, so we're doing really good here. We only need to have 4 stars at the end. You know what? We're actually just going to get rid of all these. We're just going to kind of start over here on the amenities. Now that we have bigger ones, they're going to bring in more profit. Oops, don't pause it. Keep going. There's one for the food. There's one for the drink. And not quite enough room here with the hotel, so we're going to go ahead and move the hotel. While we're kind of fixing those up here, we did have some fossils come in, so let's go ahead and take care of them. Lots of money here. We'll take that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them sell for money, so that's cool. We're looking for the Trudon again. And there it is right there. We do have to replace that restroom we did. Forgot about that real quick here. We'll replace that hotel. There we go, 17,000 per minute here. That's great. That's a lot of profit. That's what we're looking for. Actually, up to almost 21 here. That's good. Probably max out at about that for right now. So we do need some more coverage here for the emergency bunker on this side of the map. We'll go ahead and take care of that here now. And we also need a restroom here on this side of the map, so we'll place that in at this point. There we go. Now the guests are starting to fill in here. We have full on the drink, about half of the food, and about 3/4 of the shopping. So guests are starting to fill in here. We're gonna go ahead and buy one more scientist here. Hire, might I say. We don't purchase them. They very graciously work here. Since again, money is not really an issue in this chaos theory here, we're sitting at $8 million, and we're doing really, really well. And our final expedition is coming through here. And they are back. I know that one scientist was disgruntled just a tad here, but they'll be okay. Do we need to build another enclosure here? We already have some buildings and another dinosaur over here with a couple of things to purchase on the side here. So I'm going to go ahead and build an enclosure right here. We almost made that too close to the expedition center, but it ended up working out. And I understand that one scientist is disgruntled, so we're going to go ahead and give them a rest. Actually, we have 2 at this point. So we're going to give everybody a rest. They've been working really hard here while we finish up this last enclosure here. Go ahead and speed up time here just a second. All right, now that our scientists are fully healed here, they're healthy, they're happy. We did research some upgrades here, so we're going to go ahead and kind of put them on the buildings here around. And it looks like we're just missing that genome species, so we actually need to do one more here for the Trudon. So once that comes back, we'll finally be able to complete that objective here. Our amenities are pretty close here. Income per minute is pretty solid. Once this final species comes in here, all of these objectives are going to just auto-complete. We're actually going to expand this enclosure just a little bit here. We're going to go ahead and train some of our scientists to make them just a little bit better here. We're going to have access to a large hotel now. Alright, these fossils are finally back here. We can finish up a couple of these objectives here real quick. So we're just about to hit that $400,000 income per minute, and we just hit it right there. We're just doing as much research as we can here. So the Trudon is finally good to go here. So we're going to need to build a hatchery. I'm going to put it here on the back of this one enclosure. The hatchery is now unlocked. And apparently it wasn't straight enough, so we just got to go and fix that here real quick. We do need a path to connect it here, so we're going to go ahead and edit this just a little bit. We'll put the path here along the back. We can always edit this later. Take care of all of these guys here. And they are good to go. Let's go ahead and release them. These guys are pretty small as well.
We need to acquire more land.
Ooh, that sounds all kinds of concerning.
We're outgrowing our current facility size. Success breeds expansion.
We do want to make sure that these guys are
I
doing
got a
okay,
caution
though.
against,
So we're going to go ahead and edit the
biting off
environment
more than
real
you can
quick,
chew,
just to make
which
sure
is a
that they
problem
don't
for the dinosaurs.
try to break out or
But
do anything like
is
that.
a recurring issue for humanity.
I think it'll be all right, Dr. Malcolm. The state of California has approved
So all they
the
need is some
permits.
water
They're as
and some
excited by
prey.
Jurassic Park San Diego's success as we are.
There are a few requirements.
Yes, as one would expect, and I'm one who would expect.
They don't
We'll
need live
to purchase
prey.
the land,
They
but
just
then
need
we should be
the
good to
feeder.
go.
Good to go. Where? You know, that's always been one of the issues with this type of paleontology.
So that's kind of
hasn't it?
part one
Not
of
where we
the
are,
chaos theory here.
but where we're headed.
That'll kind of get you
Because
started
that's
here.
where
The
you
next
find
step is to go ahead
chaos.
and expand the
Waiting.
park. As you can see,
Patiently.
you can go out to the right here. They're both locked. So at this point, it tells you, hey, you need a bigger park. Let's go ahead and expand this here. So you can actually just hit L3. Oh, wrong button there. Sorry about that. It's right here under infrastructure. Go ahead and expand the boundary. Give these guys a rest real quick. So we are down to about $2 million here now, but we just put in a bunch of carnivores. So we're going to start getting that money back real quick here. It does cost a lot of money to go ahead and actually expand the park as well, so that
Species
had something to
count
do with
is
it.
a measure of how
So
the park
after you
is
do
doing
expand the park,
and how you are doing. We're making solid
you have
progress,
4 objectives
but we
here to go
still
ahead and
need more
have
dinosaurs.
8 dinosaur
One way we can
species,
get there
100
is by
adventure
increasing a
guests,
dinosaur's genome
park rating of
percentage.
3 stars,
Even
and
our
4,000
scientists are
dinosaur
focused on
appeal.
making it happen.
The
Don't
Tyrannosaurus
forget to
Rexes
check
already
in with the
start with a bunch of
expedition
appeal.
center. It
They
should
have
be a
about
beehive of
12,
activity,
almost
and there's
1,300
always
here
opportunity
each, so
to be
that's about
found.
half of it.
Of course, we want everyone
And these
to come
others
visit the
combined kind of get
dinosaurs,
you over the
but we
benchmark, so
also want to
that
track
one's going to be
specific
easy
guest
here.
types that can affect our ratings.
Getting the park rating of
Remember
3
to stay
stars,
focused on our
that's not
park
going to be
rating
too
for
difficult
continued
either.
success.
All you have to do is kind of fill in a couple of buildings here in the side, a couple of things like that. So we do need an emergency bunker over here. Guest comfort is going to go way up once you do that. We probably need a restroom or something like that on this side of the park. Yep, over here. But I'm actually not going to take care of that at this point since everywhere else is good. We are going to build another separate enclosure over here on this side. That's going to be our next vantage point here. So we're going to need to do some digging here. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Dilophosaurus. Carnivores attract guests here, so we'll take care of them. That's going to be one of the species, and another one here. We're just going to put another herbivore in, probably a Triceratops, because, you know, who doesn't like them? We're going to put the Triceratops on this side of the map over here. We're going to need a little bit of power here, so we'll put that in real quick. We're going to put the Triceratops in the back here, like I said, so we're actually just going to go ahead and expand this enclosure here. We're going to have 2 herbivores next to each other. They're going to be friends. Once in a while, the dinosaurs do get sick here, such as this guy right here, so just take your MVU, go ahead and take care of that. Actually, a couple of now, so they might actually be sick here. Looks like we've got 3 in the same enclosure, so something's probably going on there. Do need to put a gate up, so we'll do that there real quick. Our fossils did arrive, so we're actually going to go ahead and pause the game here. We're going to get a storm incoming here. This is a sandstorm rather than a typical tropical storm here in the other map, so we're going to go ahead and open up all of our shelters. We'll go ahead and resume here. So it looks like this food got infected somehow, so we're going to go ahead and just demolish that. And we'll build a new one, and they'll be good. The storm is still raging here. Alright, we survived the storm, so we can go and open everything back up here. Since it's a sandstorm, some of them can get injured here on the surface. They had a couple surface wounds, so just make sure to dispatch your MVU, your mobile vet unit here, and take care of those guys, and you'll be good to go. So these guys are happy. They are healthy now. They actually don't need the live prey. That's my mistake there. Since there were a lot of these guys in the enclosure, you actually needed to put 2 of them down. So we do have 2 carnivore feeders now, and they are good to go. So we do have this Triceratops enclosure back here. We're going to need another gate. And we do have our Dilophosaurus here ready. I'm going to put these guys here in the front of the map, kind of bring some more business this way. So we already have the Dilophosaurus ready and good to go, I believe. And we do. They're at 100% here, so we're going to go ahead and take care of these guys. We're going to send out another expedition here. We're going to look for that Triceratops. There we go. One thing I do want to warn about the Dilophosaurus is they're actually pretty annoying. They're always getting into fights, and they're just kind of a hassle to deal with here. But they are carnivores. They do bring in good money, so we're going to go ahead and use them anyways. We do have an injury here somewhere, so looks like these guys are a little bit... So some of them need prey, some of them don't. That's actually interesting. I did not notice that earlier, so maybe we were right with what we said. Maybe we're not crazy. But some of them apparently want a carnivore feeder, some of them want some live prey. So that's interesting. This guy's got a sprain here, so we need to take care of that injury real quick. I believe that that's serious enough that you cannot treat it. Nope, actually you can. Just go ahead and send them over there, take care of that. And these Dilophosaurus are good to go. So we're going to put them over here. We know that they're going to need some water, so we'll take care of that here first.
Asset transportation in progress.
And these guys are carnivores, so we're going to go ahead and give them a carnivore feeder here.
Transportation underway.
So there's another dinosaur species there. 7 out of 8. Looks like our fossils did come back here, so just trying to multitask here. Do as much as you can at once.
Asset delivery confirmed.
And they actually need prey. They don't want a carnivore feeder, they want to hunt.
Delivery complete. Delivery has been completed.
So these guys are at 100%. They are good to go. So we only need one more species, and we already have this Triceratops enclosure back here ready and good to go. So as soon as we are able to go ahead and extract those fossils, kind of take care of that, then we'll be good to go. So we're actually going to go ahead and cut the video here right now for a specific reason. The hardest part about this chaos theory, in my opinion, is getting these adventure guests. There's only 2 ways to do it here on this map, so we're going to go ahead and start off the next video by taking care of that. There's 2 ways to do it. I'm not going to spoil it, though, so make sure to go ahead and check back here for video 2. So if you did enjoy this content here, please make sure to like and subscribe for more, and we'll go ahead and catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.